There's a strict-ass parent. And this woman, she filmed herself disciplining her daughter. And the moment has made a lot of people jaws drop. Take a look for yourself.
I'm not a parent who likes to use physical discipline. Come here, you're gonna learn today, girl. No physical discipline. Mom, don't mom me, no. You had your warning, you had your chance. I told you to listen. I told you stop disobeying my rules. I told you being cute ain't if you have no education. I told you stop disobeying me. I told you to listen and do as you're supposed to. I told you to do good in school.
It's just unbelievable. The look on the young girl's face says it all. She's absolutely stunned as her mom gives her the big chop without warning. But was it necessary? Does the mom need her ass whooped? Licensed therapist and Dr. Holly Lee McCain joins us here on the fact. When you see stuff like that, come on, Holly. I'm gonna leave your doctor behind. Come on, Holly, talk to me.
That was way over the top. That was abusive. That was traumatic. That was all the things that all the people who responded on Twitter said that the mom denied and tried to smooth over, you know, with her daughter. But that was abuse.
Do you think she should face? And, you know, you always hate to bring in CPS, Child Protective Services, but should they be brought in? This may have been a one-off. This may have been a mother who's looking for social media attention. Do you think it's that, or do you think she really was upset about her daughter, and should there be an investigation?
I would say, I think that that is physical abuse, and I think that that's emotional abuse. There are many ways to discipline children other than publicly humiliating them on social media. She said in one video that she warned her daughter 3 months ago that if she didn't straighten up that she was going to do that. So she felt like she was following through on a promise, you know, and I think it's crazy. The child is in middle adolescence as far as her development is concerned, that her behaviors are normal. Mom said that she was getting phone calls home from school. She said she wasn't doing her work, that she was socializing, trying to be pretty. Well, all of that lines squarely up with
That's what young
normal
teenage girls do.
Absolutely, and there are other ways to manage those behaviors other than publicly humiliating your daughter with an act of abuse for the world to see.
Now, Dr. McCain, you said there was a second video that they put out. What was that second video about?
The second video was the smooth over. That's what I'm calling it. Mom and daughter were on the video. They were laughing and hugging. Mom was basically guiding the conversation, you know, don't I love you? And the girl would say, right, you know, people are saying I'm traumatizing you. Were you traumatized? You weren't traumatized, were you?
Now, that's when the mom got her ass kicked. And now she's trying to make sure that she looks good to the public, because in the beginning, it was about her and not the child.
Right, absolutely. The video lines up with the cycle of abuse. The video was the final phase, the honeymoon phase. She even told the daughter, I did not embarrass you, you embarrassed yourself. She took no responsibility. She was basically like, you deserve this. I gave you what you deserve because I'm teaching you a lesson and you basically made me do it. That's abusive behavior. And if mom continues to treat this child this way, I would not be surprised if she ended up in an abusive relationship, because she has accepted that that's how she should be treated when she does something that her superior does not approve of.
Yeah, you've set the precedence already.
Absolutely.
Now, is there any form, any acceptable form of public, and I don't want to say humiliation, but public discipline that a parent can do? Is there any form that's acceptable and that is not about the parent and more so about the child?
I think there may be ways for children to, you know, have restitution for certain things, like maybe if you violated the law and you needed to go to the court and just say you're sorry and take responsibility for what you've done. But that's not what this was. This was on social media. This was on TikTok. This was about the mom's perceived insecurity, poor parenting. You know, I know we are coming down hard on mom. I do appreciate the fact that she wants for her daughter to get an education. She wants for her to be successful. I appreciate that all day long. And my question is, where's dad? What does he think about this? Where's the parenting balance? Where's the community in this woman's life to correct her and tell her that was out of line?
Got it. You went for him. You don't know what dad. You might not be a dad.
It may not be a dad, but there's community.
There you go.
There's
Another
community.
video is trending tonight. A little girl begging and pleading with her parents to get rid of their elf on the shelf, and this is more so about my producer, Sonora Harris, who is afraid of like Santa Claus and elves. We want to know if the holiday tradition is too intense for some kids. Let's take a look at Sonora 10 years ago.
Mia, what's wrong? What happened?
The elf was right there on my pink thing. I'm trying to go downstairs to get me a juice. And I saw him looking at me. I'm scared.
I love the line. I'm trying to go get me a juice.
Like, get it away.
This is horrible.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So is this okay for parents to do this to little Sonora Harris there?
You know, the fact that she had to say multiple times that she was afraid and they continued to film instead of move the elf.
But you know what? Doc, what if we get caught in the moment as parents and it's so hilarious to us?
I understand that.
And you can get caught in the moment.
You can, but the child was clearly, genuinely afraid of the elf. And in that moment, you can pick the elf up and comfort the child, but there was no, it's going to be okay, I'm going to protect you from the elf. Sometimes the child needs that. You can't, everything's not a joke to a child who is traumatized. This baby was going to bed. She's going to be up all night. They're going to be mad about that because they're not going to get any sleep because they have to be on elf watch.
But this is in all good fun, though, right? This is not like the last mother.
No. I mean, it's clearly a difference. And they may have been shocked that their daughter was afraid of the elf. And it may have been, elf is fine in the kitchen, in the den, in my room. This is a no elf territory. Move the elf into your room. I'll come visit him in the morning. But, you know, she may not wanted it. She clearly didn't want the elf in her room, so.
And what do you say to parents? A lot of parents are posting videos of their children. I just posted one of parents hiring a Grinch to come in and steal the Christmas gifts, and these kids went wild on the Grinch, just attacking the Grinch. So should you always, if you have a second thought, say, maybe I shouldn't post this, maybe you shouldn't post it.
Maybe you shouldn't post it. And you know, sometimes children are very unpredictable. You may think your child's gonna respond one way and they do something completely different. That happens all the time. But if your child is afraid, that should give you a pause and say, okay, let me not continue this because my child is terrified. And there are other ways to teach them to be more comfortable in those situations, but that's not the situation when your child is screaming and crying to teach that lesson. So we need to kind of have a few warm-up laps before we go for it sometimes.
All right,
So,
Dr. Holly McCain, thank you for dropping by the Factor.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
You never know what you're going to get.
You never
with
know.
These parents
Never know.
and the Factor.